Hey guys, somelongname here. As far as rhythm games go, Maimai is a very lenient game. And because it's so lenient, Maimai allows for really unique and creative tech that bends the rules of the game. This tech could be used to troll and have fun, but it could also be used as a legitimate way to make a chart easier. In this video, I'd like to go through some advanced Maimai tech. But I'm not gonna do it alone, because I'm definitely not qualified. Today, we have two very special guests. Our first guest is Astolfo, the best Maimai player in the Philippines and a heavy tech user. And TRG, yeah that TRG, the KOP6 finalist and prodigy from Thailand that is known for his unique tech and meme potential. As usual, a week before recording this, I asked my Discord if they had any tech that they wanted analyzed. So if you're interested in being a part of this, I put an invite in the description and comments. This video is divided into three parts. First, I had Astolfo explain his tech, then Astolfo and I went through the Discord submissions, and then TRG joins us after to explain his own tech. Alright, hope you enjoy. Do you want to just quickly introduce yourself?
I don't want to show my face right now. It's so bad.
Okay, wait, what the hell? Where do you get those? That's pretty cool.
From the arcade. See that?
Yeah, oh my gosh, you have that too?
Oh, do you have it?
My friends have it. I only have, this is the only thing I stole from the arcade. If you can see my stream, this is like the only thing I have.
Yeah, I see. Hello, I'm Astolfo, also known as TGventi. This is my YouTube channel. I play Maimai for about 2 or 3 years now, and I do some tech. Yes, I learn some from YouTube channels. I also self-study whenever I have time.
Also, he's the best Philippine player in the world. Let's go.
So my technical stuff is right on my channel. First one being this video right here. As you can see, my camera, my horribly mounted camera. I have no idea what the title of this.
It's like Quattuorux or something.
There's this one part of the chorus. If you play buttons on, it's horrible. I'll explain why it's horrible first. When you play buttons on it, there's a slider in there, right? So usually, if you're a button player, you're gonna press this because of this note. But there's another one. So if you slide after you press that note, it will activate it on the touch screen itself. It'll give you either a great or a good note. It's just bad. So what I usually do is touch it instead. So I do not have to worry about pressing it and getting a good. There was a slide here going from A1 to A4, and that slide is already activated. And then there's two notes that are incoming again. It's a note and a star. What button players do as a mistake is they press the button and then they slide, right? But these two notes are so close together that when you button it and then slide this part right here, it automatically presses the other note.
So it's like when you hit that circle note and then you slide, when you put your hand to slide, you accidentally hit the star note.
What touchscreen does, you don't need to worry about going double tapping A1 because you're already tapping the touchscreen of A1 and there is no additional or extra inputs. This is very simple. This is a song that hasn't been released yet in international. So bear with me on this.
No, but it's a common pattern in like a bunch of charts.
Yeah, it is a common pattern. But this is the only recorded one I have. As you can see, there's like sliders left and right. Sometimes inputs can be not a good input. Depends on some sensors and some machines. Here, what I do for a guaranteed slide is I slide my hand, one hand only, and then go down into the 6th button. This is common for a lot of patterns.
I think Knight Rider has it.
Yeah. Sometimes I had a case where I slide to the left with both of my hands. I don't know why, but it caused this to slide. I have no idea why.
That makes sense. Like, if you use your right hand here, you might fat finger this other slide over here.
Yeah, sometimes sensors are really
bad.
bad.
Yeah, sensors are weird.
What you can really do is go over A1 with your thumb and just slide down to A6. There we go.
Oh my god. Incredible.
Okay, so usually you have open hand, okay, like this one. You open your hands as wide as possible, as long as it's hitting A1, and then you just drag it down like this till you hit A6, and that will definitely clear the slides. These slides right there.
Another thing that this tech does is conserve stamina, because you don't have to move
Yeah.
both hands.
Because
just
you don't
move
need
one
to
of them.
move this.
Yeah, I think there was that 113 plus that like is really stamina intensive, and if you do that tech, it helps a lot.
QZkago remaster. This is one of the hardest. I think this is the second hardest song. So this is very common in high ranked people. So at the final burst of QZkago, you can see there's a lot of notes, and then there's a up button spin. You have to go and move your body a lot. There's this part when I first played this tune, it always made me good on one note, and it's specifically the final note right here. What happens is, so there's a note here and a note here, right? Not that too big of a deal. But what you don't see is another slider note over here. And if you slide casually like that, this will turn into a good aura crate. I think I have actually a video example of me doing that. Let me see.
Of you getting a good?
Yeah. What we usually do is we go and we just tap this one. So after I get the half spin, I tap this part. I only tap A6 and A7 with the touchscreen. I do not slide here because you can see if I slide here, it will affect this slider note right here.
Okay.
So once you go slide, if you slide it normally, it will get a good or a great. If you tap this and then you'll say, oh, but it's still on button 8 and button 1, the slide. For whatever reason, you can just tap the end of the slide if that's current status of the slide and get a perfect on it. So it repeats again really fast, and then this time it's on the other side.
So basically what you're doing is trying to skip that 8 sensor, because otherwise it would trigger that star note.
It will trigger the star note
I
or the
see.
other note, which is very bad if you're aiming for a high score.
Yeah.
That's like somewhat of a difficult tech.
Wait, so just to clarify, if you have two hands here, like you like wait, so you tap these two, like this hand like engages these two senses at the same time. You both hit this yellow note, and then like half of the slide of this hand finishes this slide by like just doing that.
You do not need to press A8. You just need to press A1.
A1 down, yeah. Okay. Honestly,
So
I
that's-
didn't know that you can skip that middle part of the slider. Bro, I'm trying that next time I play QZkago Remaster, which is like never. This tech's actually so useful.
It's really good. It's really useful. This is like 1 second attack, but it applies to like a lot of songs. I'm just gonna play the video and see if you can see how I did this. 1 second attack. Did you see it?
Okay, I think for the Wi-Fi slide, it's kind of like 3 separate slides that you have to do. I think what you did was do one of the 3 slides first, and then you did the other 2 with the other hand.
Yeah, exactly. I slid this first one like instantly. So you can do that on a lot of songs. You can do this to Tricksters. You can do this to Heavenly Bast. There's a part in the middle section where it's easier to pre-slide. That's why I call it.
Like a good way to visualize it is he slid this part first, this third of the Wi-Fi slide, and left the other 2 for this hand. If you swipe this part of the Wi-Fi slide, it wouldn't register as being finished yet. You have to do all 3.
Although it's not finished, it's registered as a slide.
Like you finish this part of the slide, but then that part doesn't have to be on time because only the rest of it has to be on time. On the inverse, there's like so many Wi-Fi slides that I missed because I didn't complete all 3. I would like do 2 of them and I'm like, oh my god.
If you're not good at jacks, there's 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes, and 1 note here. They're kind of hard to hit. So what I do here, since there's 2 notes, you can see I hit the button and then slide in to the touchscreen sensor, which counts as another tap. Let's say this is the button, the green part. There's two very, very densely packed notes. I press this button right here, this green button, and I slide it in to the sensor where it presses the button and also activates this A6 sensor. So it acts like, oh, you press two buttons very fast. So let's say this one, and then just press this one.
Let's do Blueberries one, because that one's pretty easy to explain. So here we have TRG doing some touches. I think it's Regulus, right?
Yeah.
You can see him touching only slightly more than half of the touch notes. That's just a little quirk in the Maimai engine that if the touch notes are next to each other, then you can just tap more than 50% of them. So you can see here, he's doing the bottom ones and the middle one. If you were to just do the bottom three, it wouldn't work. He's got to do the middle one also. And then it would just register as everything is tapped.
All of them.
Yep. So just more than 50% of touch notes, only if they're next to each other. If they're not next to each other, it doesn't work. Let's look at this one. This one's pretty easy to explain. Kind of.
So what he does is he pre-slides it.
Pretty much what he's doing is, let's say it's the blue slide first. It's blue slide, then purple slide. He's just finishing this blue slide. When it comes time to hit this purple slide, he finishes the blue slide at the same time.
Let's say the red part's finished. Just leave the A3 and then you do exactly that on the other side now. You instantly slide this and it hits this final part right here. It will still count as a critical.
It does not really tech.
It's not tech. It makes your life harder. That's anti-tech
That's
right there.
Anti-tech. What the? This is not tech, bro. Wow. Yeah, TRG tech. What the fuck?
Okay.
That's like a flex.
That one I kinda explain. This song specifically is very high BPM. I think it's 200, exactly 200 actually. In high BPMs, sometimes sliders will tend to be instant. As QZkago as well. You can do that on QZkago.
Like you do it a lot earlier than intended.
Yeah.
I see it. Oh, I know this.
Okay, that is anti-tech. That's fucking anti-tech.
No, you know what? It's easier for me than actually doing it. I swear to God. Wait. Okay, this is like a mutation specific tech.
So bad.
It's so funny. It's
like
so funny to do. To explain it, they're just EX notes. So literally, if you just mash the senses, they just register. That's it. And then the slide, you just kind of... These players are good enough that they can just do that and make it look like they're just mashing, but really they know how to do that slide. Oh wait, I think this one's worth explaining. This one's actually like... This is like tech that a lot of top players use, right?
Basically, he taps it with the touch, right? And then it already activates the... Yeah, there we go. It activates the first part, and you can just use your whole hand to press button 2 and button 6 at the same time, with button 1 and button 8 at button 1 and button 5 at the same time.
Okay, so basically your hands are forced to be in this position because of the previous pattern. They were just forced to go around like that. The reason why people do this tech is because the break notes are very easily splashable if you do it like the intended way. Let's say your hands were sliding across here. It's very easy to accidentally trigger this and this break. Triggering this break also is on accident, is very easy. Basically what this tech does, it positions your hands in a way where you are less likely to splash your breaks. Instead of keeping your hands there and then like hitting those breaks and sliding, you switch your hands around. The reason why he spread his hands out like that is because it both hits the note and also pre-slides this slide. So that these two breaks over here and here, when you eventually hit them, you can just hit those breaks and then finish a slide at the same time. So basically, you're doing two things at once. Over here, you're hitting the note and pre-sliding for both hands, and then you're hitting the note and then finishing the slide. And then this one is just you just hitting the break and sliding. I think that's it.
Hey guys, I'm TRG, KOP6 International Version first runner-up, and today I'm here to analyze some Maimai techs.
Is TRG related to your Thai name? Like, what does TRG mean?
Not at all,
Okay.
actually. They're just random letters.
Oh, really? It's just random letters? I thought it meant something.
Yep.
That's funny.
Easy level 1.
Yeah. What's the tech of easy level 1? Oh, Pandora, yeah. You made a short, and then nobody understands the short.
First, let's slow the video down. Right now, focus on my left hand. So corresponding to the beat, right? Beat 1, and then beat 2, I swipe up. I swipe up. 2, I swipe it up all the way to button 1. So all the way to the top, while maintaining the consistent speed of the spin. Then, let's focus on my right hand now. Beat 3 is a tap on button 3. And then beat 4, you can see it connects with my left hand. So what I do is I continue the spin with my right hand. Swipe it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then with my left hand, I tap beat 1. So focus on my left hand now. It's tapping the first button, which you can see it's opposite to the 5th button, which is the each note, which I'm continuing my spin from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then my right hand, from the 2nd button swipe, I go all the way. 1, and then look at my left hand again. I'm tapping on button 7 for the 3rd beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 1, and then just continue the loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3.
Okay.
That's basically how I'm
Okay.
doing it. But this method I actually took from Skiho, which he was a KOP 5th finalist,
Yeah.
and he is a great Maimai player as well. Okay, let's watch it again. I'm gonna say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
1,
I see.
and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3. This is also literally what I'm thinking in my mind while I'm playing it. So the benefits of this method is, 1, it's way easier to control your rhythm, control the speed of the spin. Whereas if you're doing it normally, right, your right hand is always the one spinning, and because it's a 24 beat, it may get too fast or too slow. So alternating your hands like this, for me, it makes it way more easier to control the speed of the spin. My next one was Metamorphosism. It's the square slide.
Yeah.
I thought of this one because I was taking advantage of sensor skipping. First, we gotta understand what sensor my slides use. I made a guide on that one somewhere in my highlights. Here, let's use this graphic. Okay, so with Metamorphosism, what I do is I just swipe straight back and forth. But I also make sure that I hit the B sensors. For this downward slide right here, I make sure to hit sensors B3 and B5. That's all I need to touch. To be fair, that is the only sensors I need to touch in that whole chain of slides. And also the A6 sensor, which is the sensor that is being judged. The reason I'm able to do this is because of my sensor skipping rules. I call this the alternate sensor rule, which is you're able to skip one sensor, but you must tap the next one. In this case, I'm alternating between not touching A2, touching B3, not touching A4, touching B5, and then of course I have to touch B6 because it's the one that's being judged. We can go to my use of sensors for my slides, the graphic that I made. We can see that the square slide has some very lenient properties to it. You can see the middle part, the sides of the square slides, they can allow both sensor A and B to be pressed. You can just put your hand over sensor B and then the slide will complete. So that's literally what I am doing. I am skipping the A sensors up here, and I'm only touching the two B sensors in the middle. And that is all that's enough to complete the slide. This also helps with the touch notes in between the slides, because they also complete at the same time. See? No need to touch the A sensors. Okay, there we go. And this one is just me playing with the slide timing leniency. The timing window of these slides are pretty large, So that's why I'm able to just do it one quick motion and get all critical perfect. There's another song that I've experimented with the square slides, which was Indoor Kana or Track Maker. Let me try to find the video. You see, because I found that thing out on Metamorphosism, so I wanted to try it on this one. And it makes the song so much easier for me to play. Because I don't have to go all the way around the screen. Just the middle is enough. And then the other one. It's pretty useful for me, yeah. But you know, still the circular slides, the edge slides are on the screen. You still have to touch the A sensors because there are no B sensors allowed on that one. Okay, yep, that's it for the Metamorphosism tech. I did the funny slide thing at the start, where I put my finger and then I just released it and the slide just went. There's one thing I did for Regulus, which is this specific slide. I put my hand on the last two sensors of the slide sequence, and then using the sensor skip rules, I can skip the A4 sensor and tap A3. Because I'm skipping a sensor, it will only complete the slide when I release my finger. I put my finger on there, but it still doesn't go. I have to release it, and then the slide will go.
That's really interesting, actually.
Yeah, because you're skipping a sensor, right? So the game only judges, you know, the completion of that part based on when you release the sensor before the one that you're skipping. I'm putting my thumb on the sensor. It's not going yet until I release it. I also used this in which was Larva. Ah, okay. It's very apparent here. So I'm resting my hand on the last two sensors of the slide. You see, I'm holding down the A5 sensor, right? The slide is not going yet. Just wait until the slide reaches the end. And then I release. And it goes.
Oh, okay.
I do use this tech quite a lot. Because it's like magic, right? The slide is there. I'm not doing anything with my hands. And then the release of my fingers. Slide's just gone. So that is the slide judge release tech. I don't know what to call it.
We need names for these. There's like so many tech.
Oh wait, I have a video that is unreleased yet, but it's also another one of the slide release techs. I did on Schwarzschild. I haven't uploaded this yet, because...
Oh, exclusive.
See?
Okay.
Same thing. The slide only goes when I release it. Slides in Maimai, their judgments, as I probably said before, are very lenient. The critical perfect timing window for slides is 233 milliseconds. So that essentially means that for some songs which have high BPMs, you can join the slides together and they will still be critical perfect. So that is literally what I am doing for my Straight Into the Lights video with the 4 slides going together. I'm combining the slides 7 to 3 and 8 to 4 together. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Because the breaks are X breaks, they have no chance of becoming like a good or like, you know, splashing. So they'll always be critical perfect. Let's slow down the video. 1, 2, 1, 2. See?
Okay.
I don't really use this tech anymore because sometimes when I slide each couple of slides, sometimes they don't get finished completely. And then I will have like 1 or 2 good slides at the bottom, and that is not nice.
Right, so if you were to play this in tournament, like you wouldn't use that tech.
Yeah, I'll just slide it straight now.
Fair enough.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Alright, I think that's it. Well, thank you. Thank you for explaining your tech. Thank you. I'll let you go eat.
Alright, thanks. I'll see you soon.